Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, since it's a little slow in the game right now, we're going to do something similar, and we're going to compare the time-lost Fatebringer to the Corundum Hammer. They have the same gun model, but they do, under the hood, they do perform a little bit different. So if we take a look at the Corundum Hammer here first, two things that'll jump at you right off the bat. Aim assist stat, very low for a 140, at 75, something like Rose is at like 85, I believe. Thorn's at 85. Something like Hawkman's at 93. And if you compare that to the Fatebringer, it's 9 less. And that's going to make this thing feel a lot stickier than the Corundum Hammer. And then also, its recoil direction at 80 is really weird, especially like I've heard a lot of controller players in my comments don't really like the Corundum Hammer recoil direction. And something like the Time Lost Fatebringer has 98 recoil direction, so this thing will feel a little bit stickier, and that recoil will be a little bit more predictable on this weapon. But as you guys can see, the stats are noticeably better on the Corundum Hammer in terms of, really, especially in terms of range. 9 more range, and that is really just because we have the help of the Tier 5 boosted barrels. Master can also have enhanced mods as well, so especially in the range department, this thing's going to be feeling a bit better than the Fatebringer, but the Fatebringer is going to have the advantage in the aim assist and the recoil direction. So we're going to give these things a little bit of comparison. We'll play transitive steps so we can see the true handling of the weapons. And then we'll play some Void Walker here, just have a nice little basic setup. We're going to pair our hand cannons with the Precipio. We'll start there with the Corundum Hammer, and we'll go to the Time Lost Fatebringer next. So, without any further ado, guys, let's get straight into gameplay. Alright. Good thing I got a bigger map because you can show off the Corundum Hammer's range advantage over my Fatebringer here. My Fatebringer has a handling masterwork, unfortunately, so not going to get the most range, but being in the 50s for handling is not ideal either, so I think it's still a good balance stats for the Fatebringer. But this Corundum Hammer is going to feel a little bit snappier with Lone Wolf buffing your ADS speed. And then we also have Roar of the Battle as well, which is going to buff our handling, so there are some pretty big advantages for this compared to the actual Fatebringer. Well, we'll see. I haven't used this gun in a little bit. It is very nice, but I feel like the main cannon I've been using the most lately is probably Hawkman. That's really good range, 60 damage from all the way over there. Let's swap for a shotgun. Nice, good range right there. The Corundum Hammer doing very well so far. Nice. Headshot. Get a range right there. Having a nice start to the match. Get extra stability too from Roar of the Battle is always appreciated. As we slide in a little too aggressively. You get extra stability and handling, so the conventional stats are all going to be better on the Corundum Hammer. More stability, more range, more handling, but a lot less aim assist and recoil direction. Which I know the recoil direction is definitely a big thing for a lot of people. Excuse me, I had to scratch my nose. Wow, we should have died like 3 times, but he fell from out of misses machine gun shots. So that guy lives 3 touches in the stagger. Nice, good shots. Sand Cannon will have more aim assist when you're alone, like when the lone wolf is fully up. But that's not going to be the most often. It's 6. Well, I guess I am right now. I'm not sure how many meters it could be away, but it might be like 15. Get the melee out. Nice. 10 spree. Oh, we got shot in the back. Good pull shots. The tier 5 barrels, mags, and masterwork as well as mods will also be a big factor. The Fatebringer only has the enhanced keep away and I have this rumble that says everything else. Nice, good shots. This also has one more shot in the mag. Doesn't Fatebringer have 10? Yeah, Corundum Hammer has one more bullet, which is not like the biggest deal, but it is still an upside nonetheless for this weapon compared to Fatebringer. I'm not done, you guys. Freeze. Let him with the middle bomb. Oh, missed the headshot. Headshot. Drop the Empowering Rift. Stagger's not blocking the Amp Rift. Good challenge C. Push this wall. There are way too many people. Gotta run. By the left side again. There's one. My nice go for steal. Nice. Yeah, really good work from the Corundum Hammer so far. The range is incredibly nice in this roll. Still technically has it. Nice. Oh, we're dead. As soon as I slid saw 2 people post up there, I just knew we were cooked already. This lobby hasn't been too bad. Solitaire close. Nice. Pocket Singularity, broken as always. Nice. Devour. Good match. We didn't get to see what the Riptide was, but good match for the Corundum Hammer there. Take the 36, not too bad. Alright, unfortunately we're stuck on Anomaly. It'll be a little bit harder to get primary fights, but I think the Fatebringer will be a little bit better at dueling than the Corundum Hammer, especially since we have Eye of the Storm with higher aim assist. We do even have Precision Instrument on this roll, but and the value of Eye of the Storm is just too good, especially with the bonus handling it gives and the extra accuracy, so it'll be good. I think we'll still have a good match with our Fatebringer. It's going to be hard to notice having less range on a map like this, but other than that, we'll have to see how it goes. Maybe we get the default shader on as well. That looks so ugly. It's all gray. It's like an unfinished texture. What's this look like with Honors the 9? That looks kind of sick, actually. Let's throw that on. I was so stoked to get that the shader from Trials this week. I can have an all-white look that's not hideous. Good shots there. Good shots there. I hope they really skip right behind us. Nice, finish him with the pocket. We're probably dead. Threw 2 grenades, just kind of pushing back, but smarting back up. Good job shocking him, so we gotta be careful here. The handling feels very good with Eye of the Storm. And then it slowly drops down as you're helping fire in there. We have to 4-tap that guy. Felt very good though, even though as we were taking shots, we were really getting flinched very much. Ooh, that Corundum Hammer, I think. I don't know if it will quite have 3-tap, but it definitely would have done a lot more damage. I think he's long enough to die to avoid melee, that's why. Yeah, right there. Actually, we kind of could see the range difference. Corundum Hammer probably would have. Yeah, maybe not killed, but it definitely would have done a lot more damage. Nice. Got that all Fatebringer. Get a reload off. Probably dead. Nice, good shots there. Fatebringer feeling very good. The handling is definitely, it definitely peaks higher on Fatebringer than Corundum Hammer, but with Roar of the Battle, you get like a consistent handling up as long as you're in combat for a short time. Where you only get the handling from Fatebringer if you get damaged from Eye of the Storm. Let's pick for a special break. This is another good match. It's pretty close. I like this. Let's keep playing our primer here. Hey, that guy. Oh, that was enough to kill. Dang it, dude. Oh, it's always good to see you guys out in the wild. Let's see. Thanks. Yeah, let's keep this going. So far, doing pretty good. So far, I'm feeling the Corundum Hammer I'm enjoying a little bit more. But that slide there. Fatebringer not done very good. Nice. Backpedal that. We gotta run there with way too many rare things. Maybe help our team that's on the outside though. Nice, good shots there. Slide up. Ooh, nice kill from the Execuel. The guy behind us. No, we almost got our health back. Didn't throw the Nova Bomb quite in time to live and get my health back there. It's a little bit unfortunate. Someone just ran to the Nova Bomb a little bit. Some good tags. Lots of special. Gotta like that. It's got Healing Rift. Let's not charge that guy away as a Healing Rift. Go this side instead. Oh, we barely lived. Let's get our health back here. Bad aim. Actually, shocking the kill. Got the wall blocked out the thoughts, so he's shocking the guy out of his lightsaber. shots. Shell. Nice shotgun kill there. Dark doing the work right now, actually. Oh, I got some HP. No. Like, if we Corundum Hammer there, I think we do actually get the 3 tap. So one. So he's got a bit of a super power, right? Oh, or not. There we go. Got a reload off. Shot my hand for it. Nice. Good stuff. Child the bottom here. There's gonna be 2 people there, so we gotta be a little smart. Eye of the Storm really helping us right there. You guys gonna miss a crazy punch, but able to fight through it. Bad aim, but we can get it. There's a super coming down that way, potentially. Damage, range not looking too right there. No. He's at the high weapons handgun, I think. Oh, maybe. Oh, he doesn't. He's just using it. Okay. Oh, that gun's scary. I still haven't gotten one of those. I really need to get on it, but it's. I've been lazy with PvE. Wait, melee, that was ridiculous how far that traveled. Oh, nobody's there, okay. Oh, good game with the Fatebringer as well. I think I'm leaning slightly towards the Corundum Hammer, but Fatebringer is very nice there. Nice. Another good game. Pretty close games from both of them. All right, guys. I'm honestly pretty torn. I think it's a lot closer than I would have expected it to be. But I think the base stats of the Corundum Hammer are just so much higher that even like the extra aim assist, which is very nice. It's like almost 10. It's like a 9 difference. That's almost a moving target level of difference between the 2 hand cannons. But the extra range from the Corundum Hammer, and as well as you can still kind of close that gap a bit with Lone Wolf. You could even like take off ballistics. Like, what would happen if we took off ballistics and put on targeting, and then compared the range to the Fatebringer instead? Like, it's still very comparable with Fatebringer without a stat boosting mod, and then you could again your aim assist would be basically fixed, and then you would have a very sticky Corundum Hammer yourself. At least on mouse and keyboard, the recoil direction to me does not feel like a big deal, but you guys who are on like controller in the comments or play on like console, let me know. Because I've definitely heard that the recoil direction feels really bad if you're on controller, but on mouse and keyboard it's not as big of a deal. So that might push more controller players who to something like Fatebringer, just with the better recoil direction, the better aim assist as well. You could even get more, like my roll here has a handling masterwork. If you want to make this roll even easier, you get like a stability masterwork or a range masterwork. And this thing is pretty easy to farm if you do the Master Vault of Glass. You just farm the Templar challenge, which is the easiest challenge out of all of them. So you get a God Roll Fatebringer up pretty easily. So thank you guys for watching the video. I'm gonna crown Corundum Hammer the better of the 2, but I think if Fatebringer on a tier 5 version, the base stats are brought up a bit. I think Fatebringer would be a bit better. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.